Are you tired of hearing about all these la-di-da theories that don't have a practical application for your classroom? Do your students act like this?
I'm kidding.
Does their behavior make you reminisce about the days of the strap? If so, then search no more. From the creators of the air crib, the Skinner box, the teaching machine, and the pigeon-guided missiles, from the School of Behaviorism, B.F.Skinner brings you operant conditioning. Operant conditioning consists of three components: the reinforcer, the reinforcement schedule, and of course, the timing of the reinforcement. For all you folks that don't know what a reinforcer is, I'm going to tell you. A reinforcer is anything that strengthens an existing feeling, idea, or habit. Crazy, I know. There are three categories of these reinforcers. The first exciting category is the primary reinforcer. These require no special training to be effective. They include food, water, and sensory stimulation. That's right, folks, you don't even need to leave your chair to try it. The second category is the secondary reinforcers. Bet you didn't see that one coming. They reinforce properties that have been acquired through experience, typically through a second order of conditioning. An example of this is the use of a token economy. And last, but certainly not least, the social reinforcer. Social reinforcers' reinforcing properties are derived from the behaviors of members of one own species. These reinforcers are typically seen as a blend of primary and secondary reinforcers and include praise, affection, and attention. That's right, folks, it's a blend. Just when you thought things couldn't get any better. Another component of operant conditioning is the reinforcement schedule. These are divided into two categories: continuous reinforcement schedules, in which every desired behavior is reinforced every time it occurs, and partial reinforcement schedules, in which behaviors are reinforced based on ratios or intervals. Still following us, folks? Reinforcements can follow a pattern, just like Grandma's sweater. Or if you want to be a bit more adventurous, they can be given at random. Shocking, I know. But folks, just because you're the adventurous type doesn't mean you need to give them the willy-nilly. Come on now, you still have to make sure the reinforcement averages to a specific amount. And finally, the component of all components, the timing of the reinforcement. Timing is the key to unlocking the secret of never having to raise your voice again. Because we all know, folks, how tender those precious vocal cords can get. The smaller the delay between the desired behavior and the reinforcer, the more likely the behavior is to reoccur. If a teacher often forgot to give the reward, or waited later in the day to grant the reward, the less likely the student would be to turn in their homework. Because we all know how excited we are to mark those papers. Ready to sink your teeth in the juicy part, folks? I'm going to tell you now, that's right, tell you how to use Skinner's amazing theory in your very own classroom. Set up reinforcement schedules with your students to reinforce positive behavior. For example, if a student gets out of his seat frequently, set a timer for 5 minutes. Every time the student can stay in his seat for 5 minutes, reward him. Give him a sticker, token, permit participation in a highly preferred activity. Ready, set, go! Another application is to set up a token economy. Many teachers use tickets, tokens, or play money to reward students for desired behavior. Students can redeem these tokens for prizes in many systems. Some teachers have found it is very effective to have students redeem their tickets for classroom jobs or academic privileges. So long as the redeemed prize is highly preferred, the reinforcement should be effective in improving classroom behavior. Your classroom is becoming more attentive already. Now for all you naysayers, here's a piece of the pie for you. Deprive students of educational tasks they enjoy, and use them to reinforce desired behavior. Using educational tasks themselves as rewards may work to foster the desire to learn intrinsically. For example, teachers wanting to foster the intrinsic desire to read may want to read highly engaging stories that students are sure to love. The teacher may then restrict story time to the end of the day as a reward for students who have been on task throughout the day. As long as students highly prefer the reading, they're sure to be motivated to perform desired behaviors to receive their reward. Just when you thought we'd run out of applications, we have more. Create a system of positive incentives for individual, group, and classroom behavior. Reward positive behavior before reprimanding negative behavior. For example, instead of punishing one student for not turning in his homework, Give all other students who did turn in their homework consistent rewards until that induces that one student to follow suit with the rest of the class. That's right, folks. Make that child feel guilty. And finally, ensure that positive reinforcement is immediate so that it can be associated with positive behavior. Provide feedback as students work, not just after they're finished with a practical task. Yes, folks, you may have to exercise those glutes and vocal cords every once in a while. So now that your class is the bee's knees, don't get too comfortable. If you strengthen a behavior and remove the reinforcers too quickly, you may run into the law of extinction. Yes, folks, it's as scary as it sounds. All that hard work, back-breaking, finger-wagging effort that you just put in will poof, disappear faster than a speeding spitball.
So stick with Skinner and you'll be a winner.
Next edition, How to Train a Girlfriend.
Are you finished?
Well, thank you. How thoughtful. Would you like a chocolate?
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
What was that?
You said be nice to Penny. I believe offering chocolate to someone falls within the definition of nice.
It does, but in my experience, you don't.
Oh, sorry, Sheldon. I almost sat in your spot.
Did you? I didn't notice. Have a chocolate.
Thank you.
You're here a lot now.
Oh, am I talking too much? I'm sorry. Zip.
Thank you. Chocolate?
Yes, please. Oh, hey, Kim. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. Let me take this in the hall. You'll never guess who they got to replace you at work.
Okay. I know what you're doing.
Really?
Yes. You're using chocolates as positive reinforcement for what you consider correct behavior.
Very good. Chocolate?
No,